Greetings everyone, guys. In this video, we'll be discussing, do you have the looks? Do you have the physical characteristics to attract women? Do you have the face? Do you have the height? Do you have the body frame? How do we find out if you have the looks necessary to compete in this modern dating market? There's really only one way to do that. You can't do it with a facial consultation. You can't do it with a face rating. You can't do it based on another man's opinion. The only way to do it to find out if you have the looks is to put yourself out there when you go out to bars, clubs, school, work, concerts, parks, restaurants. Do women find you attractive? Do women send you trues and signals? Do women send you indicators of interest? Do women initiate conversations with you? Do women show interest in you at all? If women don't show any interest in you at all, whether you go to bars or clubs or school or work, then you don't have the looks. When you have the looks, women will show interest in you. Women will gravitate to you. Women will start conversations with you. Women will touch on you and will grab you. Women will feel on you because women want to be around good-looking men. Women are the ultimate deciders. People call that the female gaze. Women decide what is attractive. Women decide the men who they want to sleep with. A dating coach can't decide that for you. Women have to decide that. Women are the choosers. Women are the selectors for sexual interactions. Women are the gatekeepers. It's up to women to determine if you have the looks or not. That's how to find out. You have to put yourself around women. You have to put yourself out there. You need to go to multiple locations. You can't just go to one bar and then determine that you don't have the looks. You can't just, have one semester in school and then determine you don't have the looks. You have to travel. Go to multiple places. If you travel, if you go to different cities, different towns, sometimes even different states, different countries, multiple bars, multiple clubs. You go to university, you go through all this, and you still have no positive interaction with women. Women still find you creepy. Women still find you unattractive. Then you don't have the looks it takes, the type of effort it takes, that type of time to determine whether you have the looks or not. So yes, you're going to have to put an effort to determine whether you have the looks or not. You're going to have to go out. You're going to have to leave the basement. You're going to have to leave your house because IRL is so much different from online eyes online. You can determine whether you have your looks or not. Social media. You can post pictures of yourself on your Instagram. You could post pictures or videos on yourself on TikTok. If you have the looks, sure. Women will DM you on TikTok. Women will DM you on Instagram if you're a very attractive male. If you have good looks. If you're a chat, you're gonna get DMS from women on Instagram. Same thing with dating apps. If you're posting attractive pictures on Tinder, you're posting attractive pictures on the Hinge post and attractive pictures on Bumble Eyes, you're gonna get interaction to a woman. You're gonna have women messaging you first. You can have women wanting to be one. You're gonna have women wanting to get to know you. You're like, who is the Chad in this photo? I want to message that guy. You can find out, but it's a lot easier IRL because online women are getting flocked. Women are getting swamped with guys. Most guys don't go out of bars and clubs. Most guys don't go out IRL or put themselves out there. Most guys are just sitting at home on dating apps, and women have thousands of guys, new DMS that are dating up. You can do an experiment today. Put an attractive women, make a new account, and put attractive to women on your profile picture. You don't have 1,000 guys by the end of that week in the DMS. It's just too many to go through. You're going to be swamped versus IRL. You could actually fairly engage your looks, love. You can fairly understand what your true PSL is based on the interactions you get. Women repulsed by your looks. Do women find you unattractive? A woman rejecting you a lot, or women giving you their number, or women dancing on you, a woman finding you attractive, a woman starting conversations with you. It's about what women think about what women want. But it only becomes fact when it's based on data. when it's based on science, and going out and approaching women, going out and putting yourself out, they're going out in public is data. It's a data point. If you get rejected, if women aren't sending you truly signals, if women aren't showing you interactions, that's data, that is evidence that you don't have the looks if it keeps repeating over and over again, where you're constantly getting ignored by women, constantly being seemed at as invisible. Then yes, you don't have the looks. On the other hand, if you going out women are finding you attractive, women are shown interest in you, then you do have the looks. So it's important to put yourself out there. It's important to do that so you learn what your looks level is. So much normies of coping, thinking they're more attractive than what they actually are. You know, normally, his PSL is a 5. He thinks he's a child. Guys, we see this all the time. We have the normie who thinks he's a Chad, thinks that women find the attractive. He thinks that he can pull all the women until he goes out in public, until he goes out to a club or bar, and no woman want him. He gets rejected left and right. Women are telling that guy his true looks level. Women are telling that guy he's not a Chad, he's not a Chad. Night, Chad. Light is a norm, yet best, he's a high-turn normie. At best, he doesn't have the true looks that women want. Women are extremely picky in the modern dating market. They're not going to settle. Women aren't settling for sub-5s. Women aren't settling for normies. Women aren't even settling for higher-turn normies who are like the 6s. And savage women only want the Chad lights and the Chads, the 8s, 9s, and 10s, the guys who have the looks, the top 20% of guys. That's the guys that's the guys the women are sleeping with. So it's important to go out to remove the delusion. There's no point living a life of delusion. You're spending your whole 20s in delusion, thinking that you're more attractive than what you actually, or let the women decide how attractive you are, or not let the women determine your looks. Love will let the women determine your PSL. And women are truthful because women are going to be dancing and flirting and having interactions with a guy who she doesn't find attractive. It just doesn't work that way. Even if you have money, even if you have status, if you don't have the looks, women are going to be repulsed by you, especially in this modern dating market, guys, where women have money, women have status. The average woman has more status than the average man. These women nowadays, they post on social media, they can post on Instagram. It's in yoga pants. They're going to have thousands of followers. You have to let the women determine who looks love, and it removes the arrogance and the pride. Guys, remove the arrogance and the prod. If you're not a Chad, blight, accept that you're not on that looks level, accept that you don't have the looks of a Chad, and use that info, use that data to ascend. Nothing's wrong with being a normie. Nothing's wrong with being a high turn on me. You just have to accept what your looks level is and go off that, use that information to ascend. So maybe you need to lose weight, for example. That's a big one. Lowering your body fat will help you ascend. It will help you look better in your clothes. It will help you fit better, help your face. You can see your bone structure more. Helps your skullet, helps your arms, helps your abs. Simple. Things is lowering your body fat. A new hairstyle, just simple things like that. A new dieter. Maybe if that stuff doesn't work, you need hard work. You may need surgery. You may need testosterone. You may need steroids. You may need other things to help you or send. But the basic barometer, the foundation is figuring out where you are and how to find out the truth is to put yourself out there, either do online or through IRL. Like I said earlier, IRL is always going to be better than the dating app going out. And seeing what women really think of you is really going to be better than the dating app. And obviously, guys, once you go out, a lot of times you travel, you go to different bars, different clubs, different schools, different works, different environments, and you realize wherever I go, or wherever you go, women aren't interacting with you, Women Art Center. You choosing signals, women don't want to be with you. Then yes, you can accept that. You don't have the looks you can accept. If you want to accept it, it's over. That's why you wouldn't accept that. It's time to lay down on a rod, that's fine. Because you put yourself out there. You gave it a shot. You don't have the looks that women want. But if you just have one data point, you attended one school where women rejected you, or you went out to one club or bar with no women sent to any interactions, you can't make a fair conclusion. Of that one instance, you need solid information that shows you don't have the looks. So it takes time. You really have to put yourself out there to find out the truth. And the truth can be sobering, but the truth can also be enlightening once you figure out, hey, I don't have the looks. It's time to actually put in the work to ascend, if you want to ascend. Some guys who are normies or high terror normies or even low terror nomies, they're comfortable with being a normie. They're comfortable with their position. But honestly, guys, every PSL point matters. It's night and day going from a low tier normie to a high tier. Normie is night and day. The treatment is night and day. The interactions you're going to get with women or night and day. The opportunities you're going to get to sleep with more women's night and day. Imagine going from a normie to a chat life. That's very possible. No, obviously, guys are going to go from a sub-5 to a chat lighter, from a sub-5 to a Chad now. That table looks maxing. Just is unrealistic. But it's very realistic to go from a normie to a higher, normally to a chat light. Especially if you start looks maxing early. Especially if you start looks maxing when you're still a teenager, when you're still growing, when your goal price is still open. It's very possible to ascend like that, but if you wait until you're 25 to discover the black pen, you wait till you're 25 to figure out if you have the looks or not, then you really have wasted a lot of time. And this can be a lot harder for you to find out what your PSL really is. It's going to be a lot harder for you to ascend because ultimately your physical body is a human avatar. That's what it is. It's an avatar, and it's on the outside of your body. That avatar is going to determine your sexual relationships. It's going to determine how good your sex life is going to determine whether you have a girlfriend or not. It's going to determine your relationship in dating life. It's all about the looks. Guys, that's what happens when you ascend, is your looks are going to improve, which is going to mean you have better dating and relationship opportunities. But it's all about the looks, and the most important thing is figuring out the truth about what your looks level is. Obviously, any guy you can send your photos to any dating coach or any face writer. He can say, hey bro, yeah, your face is a 7, your face is an 8, your face is a not. But that doesn't mean anything unless you go out and figure out what do women think of you looks. You know, when God says you're 7 or 8, and then you go out. You're not getting any interaction with women. No women find you attractive. No women are initiating conversations with you. No women are giving you the number. Then you're not really a 7 or 8. You're probably more like a 4 or 5. You know, you have to accept the reality of what the dating market is telling you. Women are every truthful when it comes to who they want. They're going to approach the charge. They're going to approach the Chad lights. They're going to have interactions with the Chad lights and the chats because those are the guys they want to sleep with. So make sure you're going out to honestly assess what your looks level is. And if on there you can determine what you need to do to ascend. As well, guys, if you get this far in this video, I want to say thank you. Please like, please comment, please subscribe.